Back at you again with another video. Coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So the question of the day is why I didn't get married while I was in the military. And what's my opinion on getting married in the military? That's a good question. I'm not for or against getting married in the military or just getting married, period. I just like to inform people the pros and cons of marriage. And if you're going to get married, this is the way you probably should go about it. And this is probably what you're going to experience. Everyone's experience is not going to be exactly the same, but you know, you got two people that's coming together with two different families. So in the military, things get even more complicated when you get in the military because number one, the military's first. That's how they say in the military. They say the military first, and everything else is afterwards. You know how out here, outside the military, they say family first. You know, the military's first in there. Plus, you're gonna be, in most cases, not all people in the military, but you're gonna be gone a lot. You're gonna be working a lot. In the Navy, let's talk the Navy. That's why I was in the Navy. You're gone like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. If you're overseas. Now, if you're stateside, man, you could be gone 6 months, a year and a half. Away from your family, away from your wife. So I just made a decision before I went into the Navy that I just wouldn't get married. I just wouldn't. I would just do my time and get out. That's it. And that's what I did. Now, when I went in the Navy, before I went in the Navy, I heard about how a lot of the wives get down once the ship pull out. I heard about it, but when I went in, I actually experienced it. Because when I was on a base 2 or 3 times when the ship pulled out, and I was on an aircraft carrier. And that's aircraft carrier has the majority of the people. Majority of the Navy personnel on every base, because it's like, I think the average aircraft carrier holds like 5,000 people. So that's the average man and woman in the Navy is on there. And when the ship pulls out, that's when I saw women that I never seen in my life in the clubs, the base clubs, or just outside of the base clubs at the bars, hanging out. So I'm like, hey, I never seen you before. And she's like, oh, I don't come out much because I'm married and everything. She said, my husband, he's on the same ship I was on, but at the time I happened to be on vacation. That's why I was on base the first time. Second time, I was actually, I had some dental surgery at the time. And the third time I was actually getting out. And I saw the same thing. You have women come out, married women come out wilding out, while the husband is gone, getting with other guys. So after, in my mind, I wasn't going to get married anyway. while I was in, so it didn't even matter. And plus, what I saw, that kind of reaffirmed. That was a more reason why I shouldn't have got married. I'm not saying that the person I would have got would have done the same thing. No, I'm not saying all that. But I can see why someone would say, after seeing what I saw, would say, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get in that. I don't want to be involved. So, that's kind of why I didn't do it. Plus, we're gone all the time. I kind of got lucky because I was in Japan. We didn't go out all the time. During the holidays, we were pretty much in port, unless something was going on in Iraq or something like that, or in the Persian Gulf area. But for the most part, we were home. We were always in port during the holidays. And when we did go out, we would go out from 5 months, 6 months, 4 months, But if something was going on, we could be out there 5, 6 months, man. Non-stop, just doing circles. But if nothing was going on, we would stay out for 30 days and pull back in. Stay out for 2 months and pull back in. And when we pull back in, we'd probably be in 2, 3 months without even leaving out. But even it's rough. You work all the time, when you're out and about. And then, even in port, depending on what ship you on and what department you work in, you still might work a lot. So, it's not much time around family until the holidays, really. And I just didn't want to get married in there, man. It's rough on marriages. The divorce rate is very high in the military. It's rough, man. Really. So, I've seen a lot of guys do a lot of wild stuff too, man. I've seen guys. I remember when we went to Australia. We went to Australia, Dubai, Guam, Singapore. We hit all 4 of those spots up in like a 3-month time frame, and Korea too. So, and we went to Australia twice. We went to Sydney and Perth, and we went to Korea. When we went to Korea, we went to Busan and that was it. And we pulled in Dubai twice too. So I saw guys meeting women, because you're gonna meet women when you go to these places. I saw guys meeting women, and 6 months later, I don't even think it was 6 months later, probably less than that, they flying these women to Japan to see them, and they getting married to these women. I thought that was the craziest thing. You don't even know this woman, and you're getting married to her. Like, yo, I thought that was the craziest thing, man. I don't even know if most of these guys are still together with these women, to be honest. If I had to guess, I would say half of them are probably divorced. And I'm talking these guys is getting married to these women like it was nothing. It's crazy, man. So that kind of scared me. Plus, with me seeing what's going on when the ship pulls out and these wives come out. And you have to understand, back then I was young. I'm like 20. I wasn't even 21 yet. I'm 20 years old. I couldn't even buy alcohol. I couldn't buy alcohol on base. Off base, who cares? But I'm like, so back then I was naive, but I wasn't stupid. I wasn't stupid. So I was like, after witnessing this, having this experience of seeing women doing what they do on base and off base, is married to guys in the Navy, that kind of scared me, man. I kind of got a wake up call too, because that's when I learned that, man, this thing ain't what I thought it was out here. It ain't what I thought it was here. Cause I came from South Carolina. Now I'm from Georgetown, and Georgetown is in between Myrtle Beach and Charleston. So I grew up in that area, and number one, I've never seen women that look like that. Beautiful women, that's basically wilding out. So I'm, so I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, man, So I don't know, man. It's just that kind of scared me, man. And I've never. That experience taught me a very valuable lesson, and I've never been the same since that experience. Cause that experience was like an eye opener. That you never judge a book by its cover. You just never know what people are capable of. You just never know, man. You might think highly of this woman, but she might be a filthy McNasty. So that's why I didn't get married, man, when I was in the Navy. That's the reason behind it, really. But I'm not against it. Not against marriage at all. My parents were married and my grandparents were married. And my aunts are married. There's a lot of married people around me. But I'm not against it. But I just know the politics that comes along with it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Share it. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace!